I mean, just going back to talking about like where games are going to be. Do you think they're going to be like $120? Do you think they're going to be like an iPhone? The real big titles, it's going to be like a phone purchase.
I
Maybe it comes out.
think I think games are gonna hit $100 before they collapse.
What do you mean? Like a
Well,
hundred? Like the collapse of what?
the medium.
So like, um, sorry, elaborate.
So, video games is one of the well, not one of video games is currently the biggest hobby in the United States, right? It
Sure.
brings in billions of dollars in revenue for all these different companies, and the people who like the numbers for people who play games rivals that of people who watch television, sometimes even higher. And that doesn't even count Twitch streams and all that stuff. So people who aren't watching game or aren't playing games but watching someone else play games. But
Yeah.
there's already a damn lost a 3 star. There's already a cost of entry, which is the $400 or $500 for the console, and games are already pretty expensive at 60. Now, fucking EA and 2K want to increase that price to 70.
Okay, so 70 for base game. Like this is
Yeah,
like a
right.
nothing
Yeah,
game.
for PS.
Like
So for PS5, currently,
Okay.
Call of Duty, Madden, FIFA, and NBA 2K, which are heavy hitters and in the gaming community because that's the casual gaming market. People who only really buy one game a year don't really dive into the big like you know meat. It's more the fat. Those already cost $70. And that doesn't
Yeah.
even that's a standard edition. That doesn't even count special edition, limited edition, collector's editions, and all that stuff. I think in our lifetime we're gonna see games try to go up to $100.
Base
And
game. This is like for
base game,
Ratatouille 5.
$100.
This is like for Killing Floor 3, 3728.
Hmm.
This is like
Hmm.
for Helldivers 2. Okay, so not like big titles
Yeah,
like Call of Duty or
yeah, I think what's
yeah.
gonna happen is they're gonna try to increase the price of games all the way up to $100. That's gonna fail
Yeah.
because people who can afford that, especially you think kids, like there's a reason why Fortnite is such a big game. It's because it's free, right? Kids are the biggest market you can target because they have the most amount of free time and they have no concept of money.
And like loyalty, and like
Oh yeah,
what is it? Brand loyalty, big. You can start them young. Merch, you get the merch going, right? For all these Fortnite backpacks and whatever.
yeah.
Like hell.
So you
Um,
get all of that, and then I think they're going to try to increase it to $100. It's going to fail because all that market's going to be gone, and then we're going to
Yeah,
see it
my
collapse.
biggest fear in regards to the game is like if there's backlash from that or that doesn't happen, it will be kind of like how everything's going to a streaming service now. So you'll
Yeah.
only be able to play like a World of War, like it's a World of Warcraft paying system. So like, oh, you don't own this game anymore. You just own the time to access the game sometimes, like a subscription. But like I think it's gonna like it would start like so low, so minuscule, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would be the only option. There wouldn't be a disc. There wouldn't be a hard digital download. It would just be just kind of like sucking money out of you. Because I think I can say this confidently that like there's a bunch of people that are having like money taken out of subscriptions and they don't even know that these charges are reoccurring, and racking up their monthly bills. So I think that's just going to be another way the gaming industry is going to like squeeze. Let's say if it does come on hard times, it does crash or whatever. And well, I guess a question to you would be like, do you think that price will be worth it? Like games will or continue to get better and better, or do you think like we've kind of plateaued? Like it's going to be a little better, but it's not going to be like amazing.
I don't think games are getting better.
Okay, so
I don't think games will be better because we've already discovered that the future of gaming is microtransactions. That's
right.
just that is an undeniable fact that I think every gamer has to come to grips with is that there's no, compared to microtransactions, there's no money in just dropping a dope ass game and playing it anymore. Like, and then like borrowing it, because you have to think like the world. Like the world that we grew up in when we first started gaming doesn't exist anymore. 4-player co-op, couch co-op already doesn't exist. I mean, name one game right now that has couch co-op.
Right. And when we were coming of age, right, in our teen years or whatever, we were playing. What were we playing? We were playing like Halo. We were playing like multiplayer Call of Duty. There was more of a focus on that kind of like beat the story together. And I mean, there's a market for that in indie games and smaller games, but that was like. You know, hell, Mountain Dew jumped on the sponsor to sponsor Halo and that kind of coming of age party of being together with your friends, like in a more multiplayer scenario. You know, I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I would say that's what's gonna happen, because what's gonna happen is that 2-star white. Hold on, 2-star buck. Let me just pick this up. There we go. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen, because there's no, like, couch co-op doesn't exist anymore. There's gonna be an emphasis on micro. I mean, there already is an interest in. Like, how many games have microtransactions? I mean,
I think I can't not think of one right now in my rotation of the Helldivers, of Red Dead, even GTA, Overwatch. Even a couple of years ago when that came out, everybody was purchasing these skins. I did like the ability to unlock it yourself. But I think Overwatch did a good job of balancing that. Knock on wood. Hoping the same for Overwatch 2. Hopefully it's going to be the same amount of addicting, same amount of fun. You know, like a 3D chess with Winston, right?
Yeah.
But
you know what's funny? Yeah. Out of all the games that we have played that I think have earned the right, like out of all the games we've played, I think there's only one game that has earned the right to have microtransactions, just based on like what they give players.
What do you got?
For. Honestly, I think Fortnite's the only game that earned microtransactions, because you can talk all you want about how much the game sucks or the game's dead or, you know, it's a boring game and all that stuff, but they are consistently dropping shit week by week, new game modes, new shit to do, new maps, new freaking season passes and different skins that you can get. Like Overwatch dropped skins once every 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you'd get one character, like you'd get 2 characters a year, usually, like something like that. They drop new skins once every 3 months or so. They didn't add any new game modes, like they haven't at all. GTA, like. GTA's big thing is that they just have a shit ton of sales because all their stuff is already inflated. Like
it's fine. It's kind of like I kind of look at the microtransactions as kind of like a bridge. Like they saw like, oh, we could do a DLC add-on, right? Make a game, make it better. And I to this day think the only DLC worth its money was Witcher 3 for story content, creativity, and just like the new feeling of the game. But I think that microtransactions were kind of a break off. Like, oh, we can charge more for like
skins.
Kind of goes back to skins. We're already charging for like extra story content. Like, let's try to make this like an experience for each individual person. Maybe they want a platypus hat while they drop down, and maybe that turns into sales. Platypus backpack. Why not? You're already living your life through your PS4. Why not? We add a T-shirt to that.
Man. I wish Fortnite was good.
Oh, don't we all? No. It's just not. You gotta understand, dude. It's just not our thing. It is good. You're just old. I'm old. That's the next generation.
It's
that's what they want.
No, here's the thing. The Fortnite that I was sold on is not the Fortnite we got.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because it didn't like it wasn't necessarily like evil, vindictive. They just noticed that like this sub game was more popular than the game.
Yeah.
Or was it a combination of that and like the amount of money they accumulated through those microtransactions? They're like, oh, what are we doing?
It's probably a combination of the two.
Yeah, like a happy accident, like a happy opportunity. But I'm ready. I'm hoping VR improves. I mean, every time I get a chance to like play with a VR, and if it was on a computer, this was last time it was like 5 years ago. If it's improved any time from 5 years ago on a computer, I I think this is going to be like a huge problem. I mean, I almost dropped out of college because of Don't Starve. Like
That's
how
true.
addicting these games are going to be, how immersive they are. I think that there is like a genuine worry, but also
Dude, Gretzky.
I am pro escapism. I am pro like, hey, listen, you had a hard day, come online, be a cowboy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, if I ever get the stuff to be able to stream from my PC and not the PlayStation, I already got this thing that's called Restream, and let me go check my moonshine, but it streams your video through like all the different platforms, so you can go Twitch and YouTube at the same time.
Hmm. Well, that'd be easier, right? And I mean, editing software is only going to get easier. My hope is, right, because it used to just be a pain. Still is a little bit of a pain to edit videos together. From what I like Googled and on like looking into even just starting on my own. Um, but I think like as it goes on, it'll be like third-party companies like, yeah, it's gonna the auto share. It's gonna go to these sites. I hopefully editing will get easier, but there
Yeah.
always will be a little bit more of a benefit to just doing things like in post. But maybe so smooth that it doesn't really matter. I mean, hell, dude, like one can hope.
One can indeed hope. Let's go see how this moonshine's doing. How much money do I have? 500? Yeah. I've been doing a little research on the whole Twitch. Alright. And you knocked my lantern down, you piece of shit.
Oh, just a little high.
Alright.
All right, here we go. Knock knock.
Knock, knock. Alright, I'm here. Oh, it's not. They're not done yet. Oh yeah, I gotta go like pick flowers and shit. Hello, Santa.
Hello, young
Hello,
child.
it's me.
Ted Cruz. No.
I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet to go over everything.